It was about 12:30 this morning when the unthinkable happened in La Isla Bonita. Dozens of gunshots rang out, shattering the peace of the night. When the gunfire ceased, 4 persons were hurt and 3 lay dead. The victims, Carlos Che, Delmar Rodriguez, and his 3-year-old baby girl. Today, Elmer Cornejo drove to Libertad Village to speak to the parents of Carlos Che, who shared the details they have been able to gather since tragedy struck on the island.
This morning, shortly after midnight, a barrage of bullets as many as 60 were fired in San Pedrito area and the island town of San Pedro. When the gunfire ceased, 3 persons were dead, including a 3-year-old baby girl and her father, while 4 others were injured. While the details of this recent horrendous act are still being unearthed, we were able to establish that at around 12:30 a.m. today, 25-year-old fisherman Delmar Rodriguez was with his wife, daughter, and 2 friends heading home on a golf cart. But the night turned deadly when Rodriguez made a turn onto a back street by the lagoon in the area of San Pedrito, and 2 men in dark clothing emerged from the mangroves, letting off a hail of gunshots indiscriminately at the cart and its occupants. Rodriguez was killed instantaneously and fell off the cart. At that time, one of the other men who were also injured jumped behind the wheel and raced to the island polyclinic with the baby Amari Rodriguez, who had been sitting beside her father when the shots rang out. She too had been injured and was bleeding profusely. Sadly, baby Amari was pronounced dead on arrival at the polyclinic. Back at the scene, Carlos Chi, also a fisherman, jumped a nearby fence to escape the gunmen. But the bullets somehow found him, and Chi would take his last breath alone, away from anyone he knew. Today, as his family mourns his death, they are left with more questions than answers. For one, they are left wondering what made Chi go back to San Pedro on Saturday morning, and less than 24 hours after his arrival, he would be murdered execution style. Though not confirmed, word is that a triple murder is drug related.
Actually, this morning I was sleeping when my ex-wife called me and gave me the bad news that my son has been shot and killed already. So I jumped out of my bed and, I didn't know what to do at the same time, right? So I tried calling my other son, get information. He doesn't answer his phone. So I went to the house and explained to him. He said he didn't believe it. So he tried to contact my sister in San Pedro, and so we find out it's truth. The motive, and I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know. I don't got full details yet. I'm in Corozal right now.
We understand that a lone gunman, came out of the mangroves and just aimed indiscriminately with whoever was on the golf cart.
Well, as far as I understand, my sister just said that then was golf for I know if party, doing what when somebody just shot at her. That's the way always she told me. She doesn't tell me full details or nothing because she was in shock too, and so I can't explain much about it.
Was he there at the wrong time, at the wrong place, with the wrong person?
Yes, I think so,
Oh,
yes.
he talked more with his mother, not with me.
I think so, yes. Yes.
You think that yes?
Yes.
Why do you think that he was targeted though?
Because he tell me that how he want to go and make some money to San Pedro because he want to go and pay his rent. Because he is desperate for his rent. So he tell my daughter how he need to go to San Pedro to work, and then he called that how he's fishing. So he tell his wife, his common wife, that how he don't make the money already and he have to bring this money to pay the rent. So later on this morning we hear at around 1:30 that oh then don't kill my son. So I don't know why. Yeah. And my nephew is injured too.
The last time you saw your son?
It's last week Tuesday. He came to me, he talked to me around the area, saying, like actually anytime he got the free time, he come visit me, and when I got the free time, we talk together. But it's not much time we make up because everybody is in the own looking for job. We doesn't have a straight job. We just depend on killing yards or the castle or everything we come in. Life is hard, and we have to continue.
And because of that, he went to San Pedro. My understanding, he arrived in San Pedro on Saturday morning.
Well, far as I understand, I talked with his wife this morning or this morning. She told me that he went to San Pedro Saturday to try to do his fishing because a cousin called here and told him the conch season is open and was trying to make some money. I understand he got one fishing license. That's the reason he went there. That's what they told me, right? But I never know that he went to San Pedro.
And then a few hours later, he was killed.
I get a call that he's already dead already. I mean, less than 24 hours that he gone.
As for the other victims, three of the four are in critical condition. They include Jose Hernandez, of 31 years of age, who is in a stable condition. Leonel Cornejo, 27, Ivan Guerra, 23, and Randy Guerra, 19, all had to undergo emergency surgery at the KHMH. We made inquiries about the status of Leonel Cornejo, who received 2 gunshots with the bullets traversing the frontal part of his abdomen and exiting his back. Cornejo is admitted in a critical condition at the Carl Huesner Memorial Hospital.
I know something about he that couple years ago or so couple time ago he get shot on his suit. I understand the police do it too because probably he was in a wrong move. So what I can't judge no one, I know God. That is only the law know the truth. I don't know about that.
And now that he's at the hospital?
I understand he's in hospital in a kind of critical condition. And here he get a shot in his stomach or one in his kidney. I just know the real truth yet. But I wish he get back and he talk and say who do this.
As preparations are made for Chi's burial, his father, Calvin Chase, says he is in need of assistance.
I want to talk with the mayor, also the minister, Mr. Andre Perez. I need your help. Please give me a hand to see if I could get my son here. I didn't have money for boxes for the caffeine or nothing. I in Corozal. Mr. Andre, please give me a call. My name is Calvin Chia. You know me good. My phone number is 655-5686. My phone number is 655-5686. Mr. Andre, if you listen to me, please, I need your help. I always do it, you know. Even for election, I ride where I could pay my own passage to go and do my job with you know. I need, turn your back for me this time. I need your help.
And as the investigation unfolds, Chi says that the families demanded justice.
Ask the law, please do your job. I need you guys to move and do things, not just hold the page and just dash it on a corner. Because I remember holding board of my brother Van Dam is in right there, nobody nothing will do it, or nobody get arrested or charged. Also, years ago, too, they killed my nephew, Michael Kowo. And the same thing happened. We don't get no justice. Like I said before, we are hardworking guys and we try to survive every day. And we respect the law, respect rules and regulations. That's why we beg the law for do this because it will be one day maybe that other families or other persons can't take no more when it's not justice and then they want to take justice in their own hands, which is not what we want. So we beg you for that. I want to say this, go make the law do as far as possible to do and get this guy behind bars and no bail, no money running at this. Like I said before, I want real justice.
We understand that police are searching for one person of interest that can assist in the investigation. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.
This is the third time Leonel Cornejo has been shot and survived. On the other hand, Delmar Rodriguez was known for being a fisherman. In September 2018, he and 10 other island fishers were awarded for completing a fly fishing course. Rodriguez received his license as a fly fishing guide during a ceremony held at the Hall Chan Marine Reserve. In August 2020, Rodriguez ran into legal trouble after he and 5 other fishermen were caught with undersized and out-of-season marine products for which the group was fined over 55,000 Belize dollars. As we told you, the situation in San Pedro is tense after a bloody triple murder that was registered early this morning. While the story is shocking, there are still many questions that need answers. Reports suggest the incident is drug and gang related, something that has not been able to be clarified. What is certain though is that 3 persons, including a 3-year-old, died and 4 others were injured, with 3 undergoing emergency surgery in Belize City. Our colleagues at 7 News were on the island and they spoke to sister of one of the murdered victims, Delmar Rodriguez. She recounted what she heard and saw.
Thing had happened to your brother?
Because when I heard the gunshot, it may sound like fireworks, and me and my husband run out through the door. Then when I see my sister-in-law with my niece in her hand,
Me don't get shot, and she tell me, Kunis, they shot your brother. So I run down and I can see her. When I see them, my brother, me the dash her right there. Then some coward person will do it
How fast did all this happen?
quick. I mean, he sit down to wait for her under the window, but he never reach home, and he never will come home again.
Your niece, I understand that she was shot 4 times.
4 times.
How devastating is that?
Him in my hand, they sleep. And when she come, she just tell me they shot the baby and they take off with the next person will get shot.
Mom, I understand that your brother had previously received threats on his life. Do you guys believe that may have, led to this incident?
Yes. The person would do it, and then I sound like what I say again, then I'm some cold-blooded person, then I some coward. Cause they could if they want to kill my brother, they should have kill him when he in there by himself, now with my niece.
Your brother, what he was doing is that he was selling his catch, right?
Yes, he got collect a check. What check where he may, gonna change what check. And he look like he gonna take it, take our family then by Sunday tours. And coming back home, they ambush and right there, the car in the bush.
According to Frida Rodriguez, her brother had been threatened before, and to make things worse, she claims the trigger man is known to the family.
Right to the Belize, every time they have killing, no justice, then just left it like that. But I hope we could get justice for this.
When did he receive those threats on his life? How long ago was that?
That, like a couple weeks ago.
Did he report it to police right away?
Yes.
And did he tell you why these people were coming after him?
No idea.
Did the police try to speak to him, or did they offer any assistance to him?
Yes, they make don't come look for her already because they may got reported.
Do you think they could have done more to protect your brother?
Well, then the person would do it, we know that who. And he would do it, not have no shame. Because he know we do a lot for him.
So he was a family friend before this?
Yes.
Tell me about your brother, his personality.
He not me a fisherman. He may just come from, like, he gonna do fishing, he gonna sell. He come in, smell nice, and he tell me, free lend me your golf cart, I'm going to change your check. He's gonna sell some lobster for my husband, and he tell me he gonna change my husband check when he sell the lobster. And I mean, gonna leave me say I take long for the golf cart. I never sit down and wait like for him, cause he not a big person. But last night, yes, I do sit down and wait for her, and they never reach home to me.
What was the last conversation like you had with your brother?
I never go and sit down at the bridge like that with him to see what he catch. And yesterday I gone with my two sister-in-law, my two brother, what are Delma Rodriguez, and my next brother, what are Kevin. And my niece still holla, Daddy, you bring lobster for me? And Delma tell her, yes. What I marry. He carry Angel with her.
Rodriguez was a well-known fisherman on the island and related to Jorge Aldana. He spoke to the media this morning and confirmed that his nephew was no saint but did not have to die in such a violent manner.
My nephew was no innocent person, and I'll be the first person to admit that, at some point they were involved in some level of illicit activities, and he tried to move away from that level of activity. In fact, he had been cooperating with police over the past year. He has cooperated with the police, and as recent as Friday, when he received threats from the same people now that are being sought by police that he was going to be killed. He tried to cooperate as much as possible with police in different levels of investigation. And so I believe the breakaway, there have been several theories floating around. One of them is that he had sought to give police some level of information that was incriminating to them, and so it was time to get rid of who knows a lot, right?
Do you believe that there may be crooked cops that may had not directly or maybe indirectly played a role in your nephew's murder?
Well, there have been several instances where my nephew has, and not only my nephew, but several other street elements have come forward to police, feeding them with evidence and information about rogue police officers on the island who aid, assist, and facilitate these known terrorists in their illicit activities. Police that my nephew, as recent as Friday, gave police information that some of these police officers have benefited in the vicinity of $80,000 to facilitate and aid criminals in San Pedro. So if you're asking me if rogue police officers are involved, I strongly believe that blood is in the hands of rogue police officers who aid and abetted with these criminals.
Aldana says the family is now living in fear.
These people knows no boundary. I mean, these people have been in and out of jail over and over and over again. And so for them, killing someone is like plucking a feather out of a bird.
A failed justice system.
A failed justice system on all levels, a failed justice system in the police system itself. Because when you feed the police with certain information, some of the known criminals get the information before the person gets out of the police station. And so this is what we're faced with. We have a rogue system. We have a rogue justice system that only works for the criminals. But if you're a thief, only can assassinate to feed your family, bet the cook you're going to jail for a couple of years.
Is your family now in any kind of fear that you guys might be targeted at, since you guys know who it is?
Well, absolutely. I fear for the wife, Kamala, wife of Delmar. She positively named and came face to face with the two persons that are being sought by police. And so most definitely we fear for her safety and the safety of her two children that stays behind. And so we're trying to cooperate as much with police, reaching out. We're trying to give police all the information we possibly can in the effort that her protection be guaranteed.
The early morning killing of 3 persons in the San Pedrito area of San Pedro has the police on high alert. While no suspects have been detained, the police know who they are looking for. This morning, the Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, spoke on the mass killing that has stunned the entire nation.
This morning, around 12:04 a.m., San Pedro police were called to the San Pedro Polyclinic, where on arrival they observed 4 persons being attended to by the doctors. All exhibited what appeared to be gunshot injuries to varying degree of the body. The police later went to an area in the San Pedrito area of San Pedro town, where on arrival the lifeless body of 2 male persons was seen. The police went ahead and did what needed to have been done in processing the scene. The name of those 2 deceased persons were learnt, as well as other information. In interviewing a witness who was in the area, police were told that one of the deceased persons, a guy Delmar Rodriguez, his common law wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and another male person who is also deceased were on a golf cart heading home in the San Pedrito area. Not too far away from their home on the back street, they were ambushed from the lagoon side, from the mangrove, by two individuals brandishing firearms. The witness went on to give more details in terms of what they may have seen at the particular moment. So far, the 2-year-old has died. She was pronounced dead at the San Pedro clinic by the doctor. And then we had the other two bodies that were found on the scene. The other injured were ferried to Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital here in Belize City, where 3 are admitted in stable condition and 1 is in a critical condition, but he has undergone surgery. And so I guess the doctors are just waiting to see how the surgery is going to work, and we know that the first 48 hours is normally critical, and so we continue to be hopeful that he's going to make it. What we have done so far is that we have deployed a team of senior investigators from major crime to assist the San Pedro police in that investigation. We have also deployed additional manpower from the specialized unit to go and assist in search of the 2 suspects. At this time, we're looking for 2 individuals, that is Michael Brown and Christian Espat. Those 2 persons are currently being sought by the police, and we are appealing to the public that if they have any information pertinent to their whereabouts, to please feel free to call us so that we can go and remove these 2 dangerous criminals off our streets.
According to the commissioner, the names are prominent at the department because the suspected gunmen have been in and out of prison for various crimes, with the most recent being last week when they were detained by San Pedro police.
Christian Espat is not new. It has been called on numerous occasions for allegedly committing crimes of this nature. There's a lot the police in San Pedro has done, conducting operations prior to this incident. And if a matter of fact, with Mr. Cowell in San Pedro, we see where he picked up from where Mr. Noble had left off in terms of ensuring that they conduct regular operations on the island. And I can tell you that since the beginning of this year, San Pedro police have removed over 20 firearms off the streets, including some very high-powered weapons, and over 400 rounds of ammunition. And so that goes to show the extent to which they have been doing operations. And if a matter of fact, they did one just last week. And those same 2 individuals who are now suspects were detained as a part of that operation. But again, you know the issue with attorneys calling and pressuring the police, and eventually they were released from custody. And then what happened last night took place. What we have gathered in terms of a motive is that there may have been some drugs found by one of the deceased person. As you would know that one of the deceased person was a close affiliate of Christian Espat. And apparently after drugs were found, there was a division between them due to the fact that what we are hearing, that there was not an equitable share of the drugs. And based on that, he was targeted by the Espat. So it is a motive that we're looking at. We believe the motive is credible based on what we have gotten from other sources. And so the police continue to look at that investigation.